Sure. I think it's counterproductive to vote against our own people because we don't like our candidate. The fact is that when we do that, we give the other party more power, we increase their base, we give them visibility for 2 years.
Tim, I think our candidates, though, in the Republican Party must be like people like this, John Adams.
That's it.
That's what it comes down
That's
to.
it. And they're not.
And they're not.
That's it.
No. I just wanted to say this. I said this once before the American Dream or WAAM. My dad, God rest his soul, he died 2 years ago, June 29th. He was good friends with Don Cano and Bo Schembechler. And even the voice of Michigan football, we knew him very well, Bob Buford. I don't think there's any finer candidate than Professor William Kaufman, a man of integrity. And I say that, I've said that before on WAAM, and I compare him to Bo Schembechler and Don Cano and people like Bob Buford. Professor Kaufman is a man of high integrity, and I'm proud to know him.
Or how about that guy right on your book?
All right. An issue? You want to speak to an issue? You have an issue? You want to speak? Apathy.
And the executive, Obama's executive orders and nobody's stopping him.
Steve, you have one? An issue.
I'm watching those executive orders grind their, I'll tell you what, I'm getting flipped upside down on the inside. And also socialism. There's all the candidates that are going, being socialist. And most all the people that you mentioned on the list for the presidency, I really come down to it, I'd probably vote for any one of them over a Democrat because that party's all turned to socialism. And when we have socialism rather than out of the Christian, we're seeing persecution too in this country, our very own country. And I don't know if anybody's aware of this, but there was a black gentleman that was going to hire into the city of Atlanta. Well, they did some background on him and found him preaching a message. He's not a pastor, but he's a preacher. Preached a message against homosexuality. And they tried to hang him, tried to keep him from having a job, but he got an attorney, and now they got problems because they had to hire him.
I would wish for economic and military security for our nation. The issue is the Republic is in distress, and somehow we're going to draw more people into our cause. And the little idea that came out of another group that I hang out with is they said you should wear a small American flag upside down. And if people see that, they'll ask you why you have it upside down, and then you explain to them that the Republic is in distress and we need your help.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
It is a good idea.
Yeah, again, everybody in the room, nationallibertyalliance.org. Learn about the fourth branch of government, the citizens' grand jury. We have the right to organize juries at any, go to grand jury intake, organize a common law grand jury, and start issuing indictments against public officials who are conducting themselves criminally. Now remember, the beauty of the fourth branch of government, U.S. v. Williams, again, that's my source, is that once the grand jury makes a presentment against a public official, the courts are compelled to deal with that issue. They can't wash it. Otherwise, these guys will get the judge to go to jail. Just run them all right into jail if they want to play that game. I mean, this is where we're at. We need to start enforcing the criminal statutes and start arresting some of these people for their conduct.
Can you speak on that
I guess I would say, overall, the most important thing to me is the sovereignty of our country. And I feel like we should be all hands on deck, offensively and defensively against Agenda 21. So then I also just kind of maybe overall that is more adherence to our Constitution. I suppose that would take care of all of it.
Main thing here, because it's causing us to have socialism, and it's hurting our health care, making it so we don't have choices, and causing a lot of job losses, and it's going to cost us $22 trillion in taxes between now and 2020.
I guess I'd say the Second Amendment is if we don't have the right to defend ourselves against the government, then everything's
Anyone else have an issue?
I want to know if anybody went to Lansing for GT.
Oh, did everyone go to Lansing for the smart meter?
No one.
Israel. I heard that there were about 400 people there who wanted to testify. And the problem was that there was that many. I guess they had security there. BTE was there, and they kind of looked down on the people who were there. And, you know, so it's your voice has to be heard in Lansing. You have to keep calling, keep sending emails. Don't let up on the issue.
They don't listen.
Because the problem is,
They don't listen.
from what I heard,
Again, that's why the grand juries are needed.
from what I heard, it was like it was the first time they'd heard this. I know it's not, but that's the sense they gave. So we need to keep pounding this issue and others until they know that they can't get away with hiding in the tall grass. But I have an issue in the district works. And to thank you first for being here tonight. Turned out we had a fairly sized good group. It's a bad night, rainy, and we had the executive Christmas party, and Denise, I think, did most of the work on that Christmas party. It was a lot involved. So, I called her yesterday and asked her, but, thank you for coming.
One of these days the batteries are over.
Here's my issue. We've got a problem in America of lawlessness. I've been listening to, this goes beyond the courts, it goes beyond the police issue, but we've got a situation in America where we have people that think the police are abusing them when they go in a fast food store and steal property, intimidate the owner and walk out in the street, and the police officer tries to deal with them. They think they're being abused because they don't cooperate with a lawful police officer. We have entered a time in America where there's a disconnect between the law and individuals. We're living now in a nation of men rather than law. And the founders built a different kind of nation. We're a nation of laws, not a nation of men. And I don't care whether it's a race issue, whether it's a women's issue, whether it's a child issue, a family issue. This problem of protected groups and group rights is destroying state, local, and federal government. We have equal protection as individuals under the law. And until we get back to the Constitution, we don't have a hope of solving some of the problems that we have. It rises above race. It rises above gender. It rises above perversion. It rises above all these issues. Until we get the message out, we're a nation of law and not men. Because when you start favoring individuals and favoring groups, they get uppity, you know. Whether it's me or them, choose the group you want. I don't want Christians to be a protected group. I want us protected as individuals under the Constitution and treated absolutely equally according to the law.
Group rights versus individual rights.
That's right, and that's what's sold this country down the road, and that's what's going to give the Muslims an opportunity to come in here and fly their flag over the White House, and they want to do it. When you got Hillary Clinton saying, we've got to understand our own rights.
I know, I can't believe she said that.
I'm going to tell you,
We better pray, this is the time now. You say we're tired, you say something about us being tired and worn out. This is the time to get moving. This is the time when the backs are against the wall and the opponent's on the 3-yard line, we've got to dig in, we've got to take control of the game and win the game. And this is when Republicans need to get their act together. Right now, and we need to take this country back. And if the Republican Party doesn't do it in 2016, then you can kiss your First Amendment rights goodbye, your Second Amendment rights goodbye, your Fourth Amendment rights goodbye, your 10th Amendment rights goodbye, and it's done. It's absolutely done. So that's my issue. It's no more important than yours. They're all important. I'm going to tell you, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We have to get our law back. We have to live under the Constitution.
Again, the citizen grand juries, the answer to that question, you're right, there's a huge disconnect between right and wrong nowadays. On one hand, the police department's got to be militarized. On the other hand, it's
wait for the mic. She has a question. Not everybody can hear.
You say there's a huge disconnect. Tim, will there be a huge disconnect when they come and knock on your door?
Hold that up closer, I think.
When they come and knock on your door and say, the state wants your children.
I'll have to take the AK-47 out of my hand.
Well, I'm telling you, I was told tonight, these little girls and their mama, the state, is coming after them. They came today to their home saying, basically, you're homeschooling your children, you believe in prayer, your child has a whole issue. We're coming after you.
When did that happen?
Tonight, when the girls were practicing to come over to the Republican Party to sing, that mother and her 6 children, they're homeschooled. They're after that family right now.
And who came? Child Protective Services?
Child Protective Services. They came in to inspect their homes tonight.
Well, you know why that's happening?
Because
we gave the state that power. They have the power because we gave it to them. They're only exercising the power that we give them. And it's out of control. Same thing on the federal level. We gave them the power to do this. And you know why? By our silence.
Stupid.
Everything that's wrong in this country, it's not the liberal media, although they have a role to play. It's not the socialists, it's not the communists. They're in power now because we have sat by and done nothing. So I'm going to tell you, go home and look in the mirror, Tea Party. We think we're doing something great for America. Remember, abortion takes place. I'm not saying go bomb an abortion clinic, but I'm saying it's going on today because we allow it. We're tired. We don't want to fight the battle anymore. I'm going to tell you, you're right. You're 100% right. They're coming after our kids. They redefine the home. They're redefining what marriage is. Folks, these people mean business. And that's exactly right. They're doing that. I didn't know that happened.
There's a question here, but I think Bill Sherman needs to get on this right away. I mean, right away.
the other thing I was told by my granddaughter who's going to the charter school, they have a little boy in the class. First of all, the class has been out of control since day one in school. They're hiring young, brand new teachers. I told them can't do anything to control those kids. The child last week told its teacher, "Do I have to come up there and hit you over the head with this book?" Now that's what it's, no, the kid said it to the teacher.
Yeah, I said on when
6 years old or 7.
You know, we need to contact Dennis when he gets back about this, and we need to contact Bill Shooter, that's for sure.
And Cheyenne said they are doing everything they can, giving that child all kinds of rewards, doing everything to try to change his behavior, but what he needs to be sent home or paddled or whatever. But they're giving the child all kinds of bribery techniques, and
It's the old argument as to whether our children belong to parents or whether they belong to the state. And this is the battle that's being fought. Under the health care bill, the attitude